external filler materials is called welding.
Okay, okay, okay. Uh, then define the weldability.
Weldability is the ability of the material to be welded at a particular point at the right moment and at the perfect temperature or specifications, sir.
Okay, okay. Which material have highest weldability than others?
So the highest weldable materials consist of cast iron and mild steel, while all the others such as tungsten and thermites are rarely weldable because they have very high hardness index.
Okay, okay. We have a two material cast and MS. Then which material have a higher weldability?
So cast iron has higher weldability than MS.
No, you are wrong. My steel have a very good availability than the cast iron. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, uh, okay, okay. What are the different function of the third party inspection?
Sir, material
Huh?
testing. Yes, sir. Functions of third-party inspection, sir. It's a material testing laboratories, then engineering institutes, I guess. Then some types of consultant engineers, and then a branch of CSPO and DGS, sir. And maybe, sir, polytechnic or engineering colleges. They can also perform some kinds of testings, permitted testings.
Okay, right now you are not visible to me. So, है ना? Switch on the camera.
Yes, sir. Am
Okay.
I visible?
Yes, yes, yes. Then, okay, selection criteria for a power source.
So, selection criteria of power source includes the type of current used, the voltage of currents used, the insulation materials, and also the based on which for what kind of welding we should perform on the transformers, and what kind of welding and what kind of preheatment and post heating treatments should be used.
Okay. Okay, Nandan, we know that the different documents are used in a building process, right?
Yes,
Generally in
sir.
a fabrication work. So, which are the building documents generally used in a fabrication work?
Yes, sir. The welding documents used in the fabrication work are shop weld plan, then WPQ and WPS.
Okay, and then which are the data required for to prepare WPS?
So the data required for the WPS is the type of transformer used, type of voltage, the intensity of voltage, type of current, intensity of current, and what are the amperes should be used, and what is the weldability of the material, what are the filler materials used, and how are the filler materials used, what the positions of the welds, and also, sir, what techniques are used for post heating and preheating.
Okay, okay, okay. Have you know about the different building position?
Yes, sir. Horizontal, inclined, then verticals, and in pipe there are four positions: 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G.
Okay, which are the most difficult to build?
Sir, most difficult positions are one that is not mentioned in the textbooks are 5G and 6G position welders.
Okay. Okay, what is drooping characteristic in a power source? Power source drooping
dropping
characteristic.
char- Dropping characteristics, sir. Yes, sir, the dropping characteristics in power source applies that the the higher the weldability of the material, the power source needed to weld the power source needed to melt the metal should be dropped simultaneously from the arc. So the dropping power characteristic source is being used so that so the perfect weld bit can be achieved. सर उसमें क्या होता है कि जो ड्रॉप जो उसका जो वोल्टेज होता है वो सिग्निफिकेंटली रिड्यूस होता है, ड्रॉप होता रहता है ताकि वो मेटल की वेल्डिबिलिटी के हिसाब से वो एडजस्ट कर सके.
Okay. Okay. What are the various arc welding parameters?
So arc welding parameters includes sir arc length, फिर arc voltage, arc amperes, then sir bead length of the bead, sir, then penetration, root, and depositions.
Okay. And we have a different welding process, and we are using this process in a different joints or as per our requirement. So What is the difference between MIG and SMW?
Yes, sir. MIG stands for metal inert gas welding, and SMAW stands for shielded metal arc welding. So MIG is a process in which the inert gases such as argon, so the highly used metal gas which is used in weldability is argon. So the argon is used for welding the materials from the electrodes so that the spatters and the bead can be uh, gained precisely in respect with the metals. And in shielded metal arc welding, the gases other than argon such as helium and other things are used, and the shielded metal gas welding is a very famous technique of well-known welding parameter known as submerged arc welding. In this, the metal is shielded, so we cannot use argon in um, water. So we have to use helium or otherwise hydrogen, which is a very reactive gas inside the water, so that the welding parameters can be achieved perfectly.
Okay, what is the specific application of laser beam welding?
So the specific application of laser beam includes a very thin, very hard penetration, and very hard materials can be welded, or very dissimilar metals can be welded, and also by adjusting the intensity of the laser, we can also perform very minute and accurate welding techniques so that the machining and the best finishing can be provided. So
Okay.
it has a very high range of application.
Okay, how can we do a hydro test?
Hydrostatic test, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hydrostatic test includes the hydro means water and static means the electricity current. So the inside the water we use some kind of electrode positive and electrode negative, like anode and cathode. We submerge the workpiece into the hydrogen and water solution, and then we pass electricity through it, so the well defects and cracks can be initially formed, and they can be visible in even in the depth of the well, so we can clearly point out the direction of the well.
Okay. Okay, explain the principle of magnetic particle test.
Yes, sir. Magnical particle testing. Yes, sir. Magnical particle testing includes electrostatic forces, which is also called electromagnets. Electromagnet is a process of generating magnetic current by using the electricity used in our home appliances. In this, a while coil is foiled around the well particle, and then electricity is passed through it. When the electricity is passed through it, the direction of the weld can the direction of the flux generated can detect the welding defects, and it also can detect the minor parameters on the surface. It can measure up to depth of 3 to 5 mm, but for higher variation we need to use electrohydrostatic magnetism, which is usually used in non-conventional techniques.
Okay. What are the different coating methods?
So coating methods include air spray, and electrostatic coating.
Okay. Different non-destructive test methods.
Yes, sir. Different non-destructive test methods includes and using liquid dye penetrating, then radiography, then eddy current testing, magnetic resistivity testing, and also visual inspection. That
Okay.
is also NDT technique.
Okay. How can we reduce the porosity during the welding?
Yes, sir. To reduce the porosity, we need to adjust the arc and the voltage to a to the maximum and minimum possible ways. So when we do much of the voltage, then the porosity will increase. As a result, the air will be trapped inside. So जैसे ही सर हम वोल्टेज इंक्रीज करते हैं, वैसे ही जो उसका जो मतलब हीटिंग होता है, मेल्टिंग होता है, वो ज़्यादा होगा, और सर उसमें एयर बबल्स फॉर्म होने के चांस रहते हैं. तो सर पोरोसिटी रिड्यूस करने के सबसे पहले तो हम वोल्टेज को ऑप्टिमल उस पर एडजस्ट करेंगे. दूसरा, सर हम आर्क वेल्डिंग के जगह हम मिग मतलब मेटल गैस वेल्डिंग यूज़ करेंगे, ताकि वो जो शील्डिंग मेटल है वो बाकी ऑक्सीजन को अंदर नहीं घुसने देगा. तो सर उसकी वजह से हम मिग या फिर SMAW टेक्निक्स यूज़ करते हैं पोरोसिटी रिड्यूस करने के लिए.
Okay. Installation and erection both are same, or some basic difference in between?
Yes, sir. Erection is basically basically सर इरेक्शन मतलब क्या होता है कि सर जो बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर है उसको एक जगह पे ना ऑप्टिमाइज करना, और जो इंस्टॉलेशन है सर उसका उसमें जो टेक्निक्स आते हैं वो मतलब फाउंडेशन से रिलेटेड, फाउंडेशन से लेकर वो चीज़ कब तक है ना वो वर्किंग कंडीशन में आई वो पूरा डिस्कवर करता है। तो सर इरेक्शन इज द प्रोसेस और इन विच the structure is just erected and the answer yeah, as an installation is the process in which the grouting and foundation and also the working conditions and parameters are also checked, in which
Okay,
commissioning also takes place.
okay, okay,
Yes sir.
okay, okay. Is a commissioning is a testing methods or testing procedures?
Sir, commissioning can be called a testing procedure because we check all the parameters and all the things that needs for the that is needed for the foundation and for the grouting methods, for bolts, for size of the bolts to the bolts. सर जब तक मटेरियल जब से चालू हुआ मतलब बनना जब से चालू हुआ तब से जब तक खत्म हुआ तब तक हम पूरा उसको कमीशन करते हैं। तो सर उसको एक तरीके से टेस्टिंग बोल भी सकते हैं, लेकिन वो सर बेसिकली टेस्टिंग मेथड्स में नहीं इंक्लूड होता है।
Okay, okay. Last question for Nandan.
यस सर।
What you have learned in the course fabrication technology in this semester?
Yes, sir. This has been very helpful question. This is a very helpful subject for my term. I have learned about the basic weld positions, basic types of welding, types of how to make the IS codes, and what are the different bureaus of IS codes. And then I have learned the inspection of welding techniques, post heating, pre-heating. Then also I have learned the non-conventional welding techniques like ultrasonic, lasering, sintering, then electron beam, magnetic particles, and then we have also checked the various testing methods such as non-destructive testing and non-destructive testing. Destructive testing includes charpy test, impact test, bend test, guided test, and the non-destructive includes NDT, radiography, and etc. Then I have learned also the commissioning, erectioning, and basic structures and what is queen post trough, king post trough, and also sir, what are the basic foundation balls, foundation for boilers? What are the main codes of boilers? That's all I
Okay,
have learned,
Nandan.
sir.
Very good, Nandan.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay.
So can I turn on the video?